Hey guys, Jeremy from the Baldwin Trading Post. Today we are out at Red Hill Range in East Denali, Georgia, and we're going to do something absolutely crazy. If you've been watching us long, you know we love to try different things. So today we have got some fire hydrants from an undisclosed location. If you're out of water, I apologize ahead of time. It's Dave's fault. Don't never turn your son loose with a monkey wrench and tell him to go get one. But anyway, if you're out of water, I apologize, but it won't last long. Today we're out here. We have got all kinds of guns that you're fixing to see, and we're going to start from the lowest caliber and go to the biggest thing we got, which is 50 BMG, and we're going to see what it takes to punch through a fire hydrant. So let us know in the comments, from a 22 long rifle to a 50 BMG, what do you think it's going to take to punch through? And let us know in the comments. And also, if you'd hit that subscribe button, we'd certainly appreciate it. Alright guys, first off, Dave's going to try the 22 long rifle. Every home in America probably has a 22 long rifle in it. I don't think there's no way it's going to punch through this, but we're going to give it its fair shake. It's definitely earned that. Let it eat, Dave. Alright, so we made contact, dead center. Absolutely, I don't even know if the paint had any penetration, so let's try the next one. Alright, well the 22 was unfruitful, so now the 17 HMR, just because I forgot the 22 Magnum, which is probably one of my favorite calibers, but I'm just human like everybody else. So let's see what the 17 HMR can do against a fire hydrant. Let it eat, Dave. So it looks like on that one we had just a little bit of penetration, more than the 22 I did, but definitely not. I mean, it didn't even hardly make an indention in it. So let's go to the next one. Now it's time for the 223. We're going to try the 223 bolt action with some FMJs. We'll see what it can do against the fire hydrant. Let it eat, Dave. Alright, so we made a good dent in it. We're going to take a look at it, but we're not even close to penetrating it yet. Alright guys, I'm going to say what a politician never will. I was wrong. Back there when he shot, I thought that it did not puncture through it, but my eyes is getting old. Y'all check this out right here. That was the 223 right there. As you can see, it punched a hole right in it. I'll definitely say that I'm super surprised with that. It did not come out the back, but it went through the front. So that was a 223 FMJ. I'm pretty impressed, really. So now we're going to see what's next. All right guys, so the 223 FMJ punched through it. So now 5.56, this is the green tips. We're going to try those. Those are LAP, light armor piercing. So if the 223 FMJ went through it, you'd think these for sure will. Try it out, Dave. Let's see what happens. That's crazy. So the 223 FMJ punched a hole right through it. The light armor piercing did not in 5.56. Let's try the next caliber. All right, so now it's the 243. We've got some 80 grain hunting ammo, and we're going to give that a shot. See what that'll do. Let it eat, Dave. We're going to go look at that, because it looks like from here it may have punched through it. Let's go take a look. Yeah. Which now that's over getting in the edge of that weld. But yeah, you missed with the 243.
Yep. Right, so.
You think you can actually hit it?
Well, I'm going to try.
Let's try. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This is a great lesson right here, folks. Sometimes it's an Indian, sometimes it's arrows. In this case, it was an Indian. Alright, so we're going to try the 243 again. This time we adjusted Dave's sights, and I think he may be able to hit it this time. Let's see what the 243 will do to the fire hydrant. Go ahead, Dave. Let it eat. Try that again.
Yep. You want to try it?
Nope. I'm enjoying making fun of you.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is take 3. I can't count much higher than that. You're going to have to hit it this time.
Come on.
Impact! And it did not go through. I can see that from here, looks like. Alright, so let's do the next one. So, a little product highlight right here. This is one out of my personal collection. This is a Winchester. This is a model 1892. As you can see, it's got a little bit of art going on there. I've done a video on this before, and again, I'm gonna say what a politician will. I was wrong, but this thing is made in 1906, 1907. It is a saddle ring carbine right there. Sweet shooting little gun, over 100 years old, and it's one of my favorite to take out and shoot. Winchester. All right, so we've got out the saddle ring carbine. This is a Winchester that's over 100 years old. This is a 4440. Let's see what it's going to do against a fire hydrant. They didn't even have fire hydrants when this thing was invented. We definitely had some impact. Let's see what it done. So we have had one punch through again. So now we've had 2 successful punches. Let's keep going up in calibers and see what it's going to take to destroy this thing. All right, guys. So I'm going to try the AK. Dave didn't have no luck with it. We're going to see if we can hit it. So I'll tell you straight up, I don't shoot a lot of AKs. I'm more of an AR kind of guy. Let's see what we can make happen. I tried it 3 in all fairness, and I still don't know if I hit it. All right, so we have got out the 30-40 Krag. We brought it out. This is an 1898 Springfield. We've got a lot of our freedoms today, probably just thanks to that rifle. Let's see what it can do against a fire hydrant. Let it eat, Dave. Impact! Let's see what that done against a fire hydrant. All right, guys, 30-40 Krag. It put one through it, over a 100-year-old round. And right here, as you can see, punched a nice clean hole we've got going in there. It's that one right here. So the 223 was here, the 30-40 Krag was right there. We've got no exit out the back yet, so we're going to keep stepping it up till we can blow the back of this sucker off. Let's see what it's going to take to do it. All right, so now the 30-40 Krag just punched a hole in it. Now let's see what the 30-30 will do. Everybody's probably killed a deer in the South with a 30-30, but have you shot a fire hydrant with it? Let's see what'll happen. Dave, let her eat.
It did not puncture.
All right, 30-30 did not puncture through it. Let's step it up and see what's next. All right, guys, up next is something a little different. It's the 6.5 Creedmoor, or as a lot of people call it, the 6.5 Needmore. So let's see what it's going to do against the fire hydrant. We've got the Daniel Defense out here. We're going to see what it's going to stack up against the fire hydrant. Do not try this on your local street. Let it eat, Dave.
It punctured.
It punctured through it, so it may not be 6.5 Needmore. In this case, maybe 6.5 Creedmoor. All right, so the 6.5 Creedmoor done its job. That was the 243 or 223. That was the 30-40 Krag, and that was the 6.5 Creedmoor. So it punched through it. We've still not had anything that's come out the back yet, so let's keep amping it up, see what it's going to take to destroy a fire hydrant. All right, guys, so we just went with the 6.5 Creedmoor, and it punched a hole through the fire hydrant. Now it's the 308's turn, or as we like to call it in the shop, God's caliber. And don't challenge me on it, that's a hill that I'll die on. All right, let's let God's caliber have a shot. Dave, when you're ready.
That went through it.
Yes, God's caliber went through it. Let's go take a look. That can't be that one. Yeah, that right there. All right, guys. So the 308, also known as God's caliber, it just punched a hole through it right here, dead center. Didn't come out the back. Really didn't expect it to, but we're going to keep amping it up and see what it's going to take to destroy it and make scrap metal out of this thing. Do not try this at home. All right, guys, now we've got the M1 Garand. This is a H&R M1 Garand. We've got a lot of our freedoms today to thank to this. Had it not been for this rifle, we might not have the freedoms we've got in this country today. So I feel like it's always a special time when I get to bring one of these guys out and try it. We're going to see what it'll do to a fire hydrant. Here we go. Let some freedom ring, America. All right, now we're going to go out there, check that out, and see what the World War II champion done to the fire hydrant. He hit right in the edge of that hole. All right, guys, the 30-06, the M1 Garand. I think it's no accident that it hit right in the same side of the hole of God's caliber, because if there was a second God's caliber, it's the 30-06. But we've still yet to go through the back of this fire hydrant. What the heck's it going to take? Let's go find out. All right, guys, so now we brought out the 7mm backcountry. That's a fairly new round, but we want to give it its fair shake against the fire hydrant. Let's see how it stacks up. Dave, let it eat, my man. Impact! What's it look like, Dave?
It went through it.
All right, it went through it, but we still yet to have anything that punched through the backside. Let's see what it's going to take. Let's see what we got up next. Hey guys, today I wanted to highlight something out of the custom shop. This is the SIG Sawtooth. It is the carbon fiber proof research barrel. We've got a Leopold on there. We've got the Silent AF can. We put stuff together like this all the time, so if you want something, give us a call, 762-230-5653. We'll build one of these for you. But right now, let's see what this 300 Win Mag is going to do, stacked up against a fire hydrant. All right, Dave, when you're ready, let that thing eat. All right, so the 300 Win Mag is the first thing that we've had that has successfully punched a hole through the back. So as you can see, right down here low, that big old hole is about as wide as my finger. That hole is the 300 Win Mag. And then if you come around here to the back side, you're going to see it didn't make a full hole through it, but right here on this back corner, that's the first thing that has actually punched through the back of it, is the 300 Win Mag. But it still didn't do what we want it to do, so we're going to keep upping it and shooting it until there ain't nothing left. Let's go see what it's going to take. All right, guys, so this is the 338 Lapula. I'm probably not saying that last word right. This is a beast of a gun. It's going to be super loud. There's no muzzle brake on it, so we're probably fixing to discombobulate Dave's shoulder. Better him than me. All right, Dave, when you're ready, let's see what it'll do against a fire hydrant. All right, guys, this time the 338 Lapula definitely knocked a hole in it, but on the back side we just got an indentation in the cap right there. But so far we still have not punched through it. Let's see what it's going to take now to the big boys. Whew. All right, guys, we've got the Barrett 416 with a Night Force scope. That's what we're shooting right there. 500 grains. This fire hydrant, I don't think stands a chance. Dave, let's see what's going to happen. Let her eat, son. Woo, 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 woo. Let's go see what that done. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Y'all check this out. That right there done the job. Oh yeah. That right there put a hole through it. What did it do on the backside? Let's see. We've still yet to punch through the backside. See what the cap's looking like. Wow. So the 416 did not punch through the backside of it. That's impressive. That right there looks like you took a torch and cut that hole in it. That is the 416 right there. So, you know what that tells me? This looks like a job for a 50 BMG. All right, guys, we're done playing with it. We've shot everything from a 22 to a 416. We've punched some holes in it, but we ain't done nothing damaging to the backside of it yet. So like I say, we're done playing with it. We've got out the Barrett 50 BMG with the Night Force. We're going to see if this thing won't destroy it. We're going to put 2 rounds down range, see what happens. Dave, let some freedom ring! Let's see what that does. You can see daylight from this thing. This is crazy. Yeah, come around here and look at the back side of it. The cap is completely gone. That big cap, the ring, this outside ring, is still on there, but the whole cap is completely gone. The 338 didn't do that. The 300 Win Mag, the 416 didn't do that. That is absolutely crazy. That just busted that like it was absolutely nothing. 50 BMG is definitely king of the hill. That's awesome. Anybody wants a slightly used fire hydrant to make a cool lamp or something out of, contact me. That's crazy. All right, guys, so the 50 BMG definitely done its job. This big thick ring that's up on top right here, we wanted to land a round on that, and Dave aced that round perfectly. I'm gonna flip this thing back, but before I do, I wanna get a close up. Look at these stress fractures that's going all the way up in it. That was on the lid right here. Now we're gonna flip that thing over because I want you to see this damage on the bottom side. And I think that that bullet is lodged right there. Can y'all see that? That is the bullet. This thing, that metal is so massive and it was so thick, it actually stopped that round right there. We're gonna dig that round out and show it to you. Just give me a minute. We're gonna get it out. It may take me a few minutes, but you stay tuned. We're gonna get this out and show you this bullet. All right, guys, so I've just dismantled the fire hydrant and I've got it out. This is the round that we were shooting, 50 BMG. And then in the fire hydrant, that is what was left. You can see that now. That round hit that fire hydrant and stopped in that thick ring, absolutely stopping it, and didn't dismember it at all. It's still very sharp on the point. I cannot believe, if I hadn't saw it with my own eyes and you just saw it on video, I would not believe that that fire hydrant dead stopped that 50 BMG round. To me, that is just absolutely amazing that it done that. And yeah, the fire hydrant is no longer with us, but that right there is just amazing to me, the power of a 50 BMG. Here's the aftermath of the poor fire hydrant that is no longer with us. On the table, we've got laid out all the pieces that came off of it as we were shooting it with various calibers. Definitely the 50 BMG was the one that sent it on to heaven. As you can see, there were several rounds that punched through it. The 223, I think the 300 Win Mag, several different ones. But at the end of the day, I want you to look at how massive that is. That, compared to my finger, that's 1 inch thick steel right there. And it absolutely blew it apart like it was absolutely nothing. 50 BMG is definitely the king of the hill. All right, guys, so we brought out the Q boom box chambered in 8.6 blackout. We got some 185 grain TTSXs in there, and we're going to give it its fair shot and see what it'll do against the fire hydrant. Well, it doesn't appear that it punched through it, but it definitely didn't do it no good. Y'all check them out. That's the Q boom box in 8.6 blackout. True friends will help your friends out that can't never hit still and give them a little ting for a video. That's what true friends will do.
So here's a good reason why you should always wear iPro. We were shooting this with a 416 Barrett from 85 yards, and it threw the cap 30 feet back towards us. Always wear iPro because that could come back and hit you in the face.
Now, how heavy do you think that is?
Probably a good half pound, and it was flying quick.
Hey guys, Jeremy and David here from the Baldwin Trading Post. Thank you so much for watching our content and allowing us to be able to get out and do what we absolutely love and spend time together. We absolutely love it. The fire hydrant, on the other hand, it didn't like it so much. Definitely don't try this at home or in your local city and state. We're not liable. Our lawyer told us to say that. But thank you so much for watching. It's amazing what the power, the 416, the 50, all these different guns did. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We would certainly appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, this is David, and we are the Baldwin Trading Post.